Hey, what's up, guys? We got a new Red Eyes deck profile for today. Um, I was looking at the new adventure stuff, and I was like, hey, this looks pretty interesting. It's like, you get one card combo, like, and it lets you end off on a negate without committing too much of anything. You just have to use your regular normal summon, but you already are going to use your regular normal summon, so it doesn't really matter. I'm sure you all know, but it protects you from hand traps because you get a negate and like a few summons and like a Nibiru and stuff like that. And if they don't have any hand traps, then it's just an extra negate on top of the board you're already gonna make. So overall, it's just really good. So starting off, we've got two Red Eyes Black Dragons. I know I always said I wasn't gonna cut them down to from 3 to 2, but I gotta live life this way now. One's for our Malefic Red Eyes, and one is for our Red Eyes Fusion to summon our Dragoon. Not much to say about them. I play one Red Eyes Black Flare Dragon. He's like an extra card if we need like a discard fodder off of black metal. If we need a normal monster in grave, we send it off of Insight. So if we have like Flare Metal plays, stuff like that, it's just an extra body to try and like get stuff going with like those other cards. We play one Malefic Red Eyes. He's for the combo. I've done the combo before, but I'll show you like not much changes with the adventure stuff. But if you guys want to see like the adventure combo with it, what it like ends off on, not too much has changed. I'll tell you that much. But we still play the one Malefic, and we play one Tempest, also used for the combo. We dump this to the graveyard off of our Dragon's Ravine, and he's basically a free summon. Like every turn, you just banish 2 winds or dragons, and you just keep recurring him. Has a free level 7. I would play one Noctovision. He's like he's our free summon of a level 7 dragon. If you link him away, you get to draw a card. It's a free extra resource. He's a 7. We can overlay him, and he also has a protection effect in the graveyard. I don't know why I keep putting them off to the side. I keep doing them one at a time. It's kind of weird. But yeah, he has a protection effect in the graveyard to target one of our sets. We can banish him, protect it. They can't target it anymore. So to try and like Cosmic Cyclone something or something random like that, we can just keep it literally until we need it. We have our one Dark Magician. Dark Magician is just for our Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. Not much to say about him. Tenya Spirit. He actually got a little better with the adventure stuff because we always are gonna have the non-effect monster that is the adventurer token, so we can always summon him or bounce or whatever. So yeah, he's pretty cool because sometimes like you would use him and then you'd have to like go into the link one. We still play the link one, but because the link one's kind of awkward because like not effects, so you can't use him for Predaplant. He's also not a dragon, so he conflicts with some of our other stuff. And now he's in the top zone, so he can't summon Heretic. But yeah, so it's like cool that you can still use him with the adventure token and whatnot. We play the greatest. We now have our 2 darkness metals for this combo. And it's pretty cool, because like sometimes they break your board, they break some of it, and you can go into this and get another easy link 2 out. You can get like they break or they go through like the Predaplan or whatever at the top of the extra deck monster zone. You go into this, and then your black metal back, and you get another search, and you go into Heretic, and things start moving. It's a pretty cool like follow up play. Next we play one Red Eyes Wyvern, just for like the grind game if it ever happens. And if our Dragoon gets outed, we have this and Red Eye Spirit to bring it back. And Wyvern's not too bad either. He plays well with like Wood Legacy Guard Dragon, Striker Dragon, stuff like that too, if need be. We play one Weld Chalice Guard Dragon. I always forget if he's like Weld Chalice, Wood Legacy. He gives us he summons a normal monster we can banish him from the graveyard, summon a normal monster to a zone, a link monster points to. He uses a free extra monster. We typically don't use him that much. He's just like if we already drew the Tempest, there's not much to Dragon's Ravine. So it's just like a backup option. So like if we have Tempest in hand, then we discard this Tempest off of Dragon's Ravine and then send this. Just so we have something else to look forward to in case need be. Or in case we want extra link material or something. Next we play the greatest to ever do it. 3 Black Metal Dragons, our combo starter, the one and only. And because his effect isn't on normal summon, we can still use it under the stipulation of the of the adventure token combo core, whatever. So, chilling off that. No Alistair nonsense going on. And speaking of, we're going to get right into it with our 3 water enchantresses. She's the searcher of the deck, which is weird because she's the searcher in 2 ways. So, like, when she's on the field, you can search for, like, a field spell that lists Adventurer token, but you can banish her from the hand or graveyard and search for the right spell card. And the right spell card is what you need to get things going because it gives you the Adventurer token. So it's kind of strange that, like, she has these 2 effects because it's like, what are you supposed to do with her? It's just... And if you normal summon her and then, like, you can't activate right because you can't activate normal summon monsters effect. It's just kind of strange the way they built it like that. But the field spells, I guess the field spells don't really matter because you really want the right going. But yeah, so we have a couple of things we can do with it. We can just banish her straight from our hand, or we can like discard her off of some like 1-for-1, Dragon's Ravine, whatever. Well, you wouldn't like summon it that late in the combo. What if you started with Dragon's Ravine or something? You know, I also play like Foolish Burial to like just send her so we can try and like see it as much as possible, because essentially like playing 3 of her is like playing 3 extra copies of the right spell card, and that's what really gets you going. She just searches for what gets you going. So moving on from her, we have the only other monster we play, I guess, other than the Adventurer token, is the Wandering Griffin. What originally was like, oh, I can play as a Red Eyes because this guy's level 7, but he shovels himself back, so level 7 part like completely just doesn't matter. But what's cool is that he is a winged beast and a wind, so you could actually link him away to summon Romulus if he gets like impermed, you know, something weird happens during your turn, like, and his effect is just not useful anymore. He's a wind, so if he's in the graveyard, you can banish him for Tempest. He's cool. But he's an Omni Negate while you have an Adventurer token, so that's what's up. We play 1 Fateful Adventure because you have to. It's like the main card, but like second main card. So what Right does is it gives you the Adventurer token and it puts this face up in your spell and trap zone. And this has like 3 different effects. They're all pretty good. Once per turn, if your token would be destroyed by battle while it has an equip card, it's not destroyed the first time, which is cool. You can, when a monster is normal or special summon, you can search for a equip card, and then and then you can ignition effect. You can search for a monster that specifically lists Adventurer token. It's so weird that they made it like not like a named archetype. It's just all Adventurer token. So like, yeah, you can search for a monster that specifically listed and then send the card from your hand to the grave. So typically you would get the you get the equip spell because you discard that after you search for the monster, because then it's gonna equip itself back for free. So it's like, it sounds like you have to have a card to discard, but you don't have to have a card to discard because the equip spell is free. So this card's like really cool. It's like pretty good, and it stays there face up since it's continuous. So like, next turn you can search for another girl, get another token out, whatever you want to do. The Rite of Aramis. This is the main card that gets everything moving. It gives you the token. It gives you the Fateful Adventure. This is what you really, really need. Everything else is kind of dead without it, except for I guess him. If you control no monsters, you can special summon him. So he could be a free level 7 as well. He's like another Vishuda or something. But essentially, this is what you need. Like, everything else is just kind of, like, can't really say everything else, because everything else is just this and the Fateful Adventure. So, but this is the main thing. And the only stipulation it has is that you can't, the turn you activate Rite of Aramis, is that you can't activate the effects of normal summon monsters. But like I said, our normal summon monsters have no effects, so it doesn't matter to us. And then we play the 1 field spell. When it's equipped to a non-effect monster or whatever, target 1 card your opponent controls, bounce it to the hand. Free, easy, simple. And if this card gets sent to the graveyard, then you can equip it onto an Adventurer token you control once per turn. Both once per turn. It's really cool. It's like just a bounce of like any, like they could have like a Mystic Mine or some nonsense, skill drain. You just get rid of it. We play a bunch of 1-ofs. We play 1 Monster Reborn. Just combo, bring something back, whatever turn 2 plays. Play 1 Foolish Burial, just so we can, so you can Foolish, there's a couple of Foolish options, so it's like pretty cool. We can Foolish like a Red Eyes monster if we want like the Black Flare Engrave. We could foolish the Tempest if something happens to Romulus or Ravine. Could foolish the Chalice Guard Dragon. But more importantly, the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna foolish um the chick, the Water Enchantress, because she activates in hand or graveyard. Moving on, one call by the grave. We're still a combo deck, so if we don't see the adventure stuff, we've called by the grave, right? And then one for one, just because Black Metal Dragon's what we really gotta see. So obviously we need our one for one to help us see it. And one more, one of Dragon's Ravine. We can search ourselves for Romulus. Romulus has been a game changer since it dropped. Searching Dragon's Ravine is basically like, right? Dragon's Ravine for dragons is like basically Rhoda, and we basically have a card to search Rhoda that's like extremely easy to summon. So cool. Moving on, we have 3 World Legacy Guard Dragons. The combo, like even if you open with this and Black Metal Dragon, the combo is just not the same without LP, but it's still the free summon of a monster, and it's still you still have Pisty to like for like some link summon plays. You can still get some extra like monsters going with the Pisty resummon. You get to loop Black Metal Dragon like a couple of times, so it's obviously not like this and Black Metal used to go into Saryuja and just like huge combo, but it's just not the same anymore. But it's still pretty good, so it's like it's hard to get rid of, especially since there's still other dragons we can go into, and at worst you can probably get like Predator Dragoon. Speaking of, moving on to the Red Eyes spells, we only have Red Eyes Insight and Red Eyes Fusion. Red Eyes Fusion, kind of self-explanatory. You guys know what's up. You see Red Eyes Fusion, Dragoon is coming out. Red Eyes Insight, it's just mainly to search our Red Eyes spells and traps, while to also foolish or Red Eyes monsters, so that we're like lowering our deck a bit and whatnot, or thinning the deck a bit. So yeah, the boys. While on that topic, we are gonna continue on with our Red Eyes traps. 1 Fangleth Chain, 1 Return of the Red Eyes, and 1 Red Eye Spirit. So Fangleth Chain is like basically our searchable disruption for our Red Eyes stuff. Spirit is our recursion if Dragoon gets outed, and Return is kind of like our like advantage. Like every turn we're getting another normal monster, and you're having like you're gonna get like at least 2. You're gonna get 1 Red Eye Spike Dragon and 1 Dark Magician in your graveyard. So like you're gonna get 1 back during your opponent's turn, getting 1 during your turn. You can have Tempest. You can go into like Flare Metal, or if you didn't use Draco Sack, you can go into him. You can or Link plays, stuff like that. Whatever you need, it's just gonna constantly give you another resource to play with, and it actually lets you play around Ice Dragon's Prison. So let's say they activate something like kind of scary, and you negate it with Dragoon, and then they chain Ice Dragon's Prison, targeting your Dark Magician. Obviously, you have Dragoon on the field, your Red Eyes monster, so you can chain Return of the Red Eyes, summon the Dark Magician, and then their Ice Dragon's Prison just fizzles out. You negated whatever you needed to negate. And things just work out very well for you. That's like Return isn't the best card, but because of that, it's just way too useful. And also, if it gets destroyed, you summon any Red Eyes monster. If they give it a Dragoon, you can summon it right back. It's cool. We're living our life. And lastly, we have our 3 ultimate rare imperms. And we go first, we go second. We have our adventure stuff. We have our usual Red Eyes combo. Maybe set an imperm on top of that. Maybe we lose the die roll, and we go second. We get the imperms. You know how it goes. It's ultimate rare. Oh my bad. It's ultimate rare. It's like moving on to the extra. We'll start with our Link 1s. Oh, everything's a mess. So we have our 1 Link Revo, 1 Striker Dragon. Hopefully everything's in view. 1 Pisty, and 1. I'm not done yet. 1 Link Spider, and 1 Monk of the Tenyi. So that looks physically like unpleasing. I'm doing my best, guys, I swear. So Link Rebo is basically for our like World Legacy Guard Dragon plays. You normal summon, the Black Metal Dragon, link into that, search, bring it back with World Legacy, go into Pisty, and then move it over so it's like pointing down, pointing right. things work out. Striker Dragon is like normal summon black metal, link for Striker Dragon, search for darkness metal. And then they might think you're playing Dragon Link, which you kind of are, but it's red eyes, so you know what's going on. It's not as cool and it's not as powerful, but they might be scared of the Striker Dragon. You might not even activate it. They might be like, oh, I gotta imperm that. You never know. Link Spider, in case we get nibbed. You know, you just link away the token, try to summon another monster, and then Predator Plant Dragoon, hope for the best. Monk of the Tenyis, in case we need to, like, sometimes you just start off with Vishuda, you go, and you know, you lose Dairo, you go second, and like, starting off with that Vishuda can like really change the game into your favor. Sometimes that bounce, sometimes just having like a 2500 defense monster or 1500 attack, like it can really change the game because you can attack, bounce, whatever. Like it's just too useful to not have the monk. Like I remember trying it without the monk, and there was situations where I'm like, you know what, I should have had monk, and I didn't at all. For Link 2s, we play our 1 IP Masquerena, 1 Dragoonity Knight Romulus, 1 Predaplant Verte Anaconda, and 1 Hieratic Seal of the Heavenly Spears. IP, this top row is like what we almost always go into in combo. So the Romulus is going to search for our Dragon's Fiend, like I said earlier. Our Predaplant Verte Anaconda is going to summon our Dragoon, basically our like main win condition on top of like basically our main win condition. And then IP Masquerena is to like get rid of our Verte. I actually switched some stuff out, so we actually have we have a new guest. I'm not going to show who it is until we get to our Link Forest. We have a new guest. And Hieratic is like, sometimes we just have a really like bomb hand. And like, you know, you can do all that with a Hieratic on top of it, and it's like, it's just a lot. Or sometimes, you know, you turn 2 plays, you summon Hieratic. Hieratic's just like, Hieratic just happens sometimes. Or sometimes you don't even want to go into the IP and you want Hieratic at the top. Because having that bounce and then like a summon of like a monster back from the deck, they can really help out. For our Link 4s, we play 1 Mechanite Crusader Avermax. Avermax is just really good. He's just a little hard to out, especially with Dragoon on the field. Obviously, they both get wrecked by droplets, but the Dragoon, obviously, we have several ways to bring it back. And Avermax, if he gets into the grave, he shuffles a card back. So even if they do out it, Dragoon's going to come back. This is going to shuffle a card. So it's like, we still, like, things aren't, like, looking the worst, but, like, we still have, like, our follow-ups, you know what I mean? And we have 1 Appaloosa. So I thought about trying the Appaloosa with, like if something happens and, like, Griffin's still in the field and, like, or, like, well, you can't link away the token because Appaloosa is, like, no tokens. But, like, if Griffin's on the field or if some nonsense happens, then, like, maybe Avermax isn't the best. Maybe you go into, like, a 2 or 3 to get Appaloosa. And that on top of the Dragoon or whatever random nonsense you have set or whatever. Maybe that can help out, so... And I tried it in a couple of duels, and sometimes it really does work out, because, like, you know, even though Appaloosa's low, they might try and attack into it, and then you have some random Red Eyes monster in defense mode, and you just take their attacking monster with Fangled Chain, and it's like, you know, they just committed so much to it, and to, like, bring the attack down, and summon a monster to try and attack over it, and it just doesn't work out. It's just too much for some people. For our rank 7s, we play 1 Mecha Phantom Beast Draco Sack, and 2 Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragons, 1 Secret Rare, and 1 Ultimate Rare, of course, because we love our mixed match rarities, because sometimes it just looks really nice. This is a really nice Secret Rare, really nice Ultimate Rare. Draco Sack's part of our main combo, and I really wish, like, I found a way to, like, keep him on the field, but he's just, like, he's just gotta go, but, like, he's just really good, like, you know, detach 1 materia from him, always going to be Tempest. You can't have that Tempest locked down. Always got to get rid of him, because he's got to be used later. You summon 2 Mecha Phantom Beast tokens, level 3/0/0, of course. Win machine, you know how it goes. And you can, and his other effect is that you contribute a Mecha Phantom Beast monster, and then pop a card on the field, which is like really good. Like, I wish I could keep him around, so like next turn I can be like, all right. Get another 2 tokens, more link material, tribute 1 of them, pop like 1 of your cards. Like, he's just really cool. He can't attack the turn you use that, or like the summon tokens one, or the pop one. One of those you can't attack, but whatever. Flare metal, of course, I always love. Like I'm always like really iffy. Sometimes I want to cut one of these, the secret rare, for our ultimate rare Big Eye. But sometimes I just feel like Big Eye is like kind of iffy, and I feel like he doesn't out enough. Maybe I should put like make room for like a Zeus package or something. I'm not really sure like where I should go, but sometimes I feel like just the two flare metals they do enough. Especially with like return and stuff like that, grind game, all that nonsense like I was saying before. And last but not least, of course our Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. The main boss monster, our main win condition. We have him on the field along with a lot of basically like everything else we kind of have on the field is a little minuscule. It's just like, but they just have to deal with like the Dragoon and a bunch of like a little annoying things around him, and like maybe like a negate or two on top of that. So it's like, we try to make it like as difficult as possible to get over him. Hopefully by the time like they might have something, maybe he's too beefy, maybe there's just too much, maybe they've lost so many cards that like the advantage is just overwhelming. All that kind of nonsense goes on, and hopefully or maybe they pour their whole hand into outing the board and outing him. Then we just bring him right back, and they just don't have the resources to do it all again. Whatever the case may be, he's always going to be like there for us. It's a little too deep, but yeah, he's just done good for Red Eyes as a whole, and we appreciate him for that. So if you guys have any have any like I've read a little bit of the adventure token stuff, but like, the rest of the cards just seem really bad. Like I can't see how to work them out. But if you guys have any ideas on how to mix the adventure stuff and the Red Eyes stuff better, maybe go for like a less combo oriented build or whatever, and maybe focus on some more adventure stuff. There's not enough of them out yet, but if you guys have any little ideas cooking up, let me know in the comments, and I'll be sure to check them out. Thank you for watching.